What's up, Space Pirates? This is your captain, the ever-charming Dr. Disaster. And now that the Game Awards have announced their 6 finalists for Game of the Year, the mainstream media is absolutely seething that a game which was not approved by them was successful enough to be nominated as the Game of the Year.
Monkey?
Black Myth Wukong, which had millions and millions of players, easily among the most successful and popular games this year, was nominated as the Game of the Year, and the journalists are having a little cope and seethe moment because their campaign against this game didn't work, and people absolutely loved this game.
You have no power here.
Yeah, it seems like game journalists really have virtually no power in the industry any longer. They couldn't make us hate Black Myth in the same way they couldn't make us love Age the Veilguard. But that doesn't stop them from trotting out their played-out tactics of trying to smear anyone who disagrees with them. This is a screenshot showing all of these outlets saying the same thing in their headlines, that Black Myth doesn't deserve its spot because they didn't give the game a good enough review score.
You dirt-eating piece of slime! You scum-sucking pig! You son of a motherless goat!
Meanwhile, these same game journalists are having a bit of a conniption fit because their darling, Age the Veilguard, was not nominated for Game of the Year. This was a game that was tailor-made for industry award shows with their super hyper emphasis on LGBT ideological crap rather than fun. But in fact, it wasn't nominated for anything except a pity nomination under the category Innovation in Accessibility. The screeching harpy feminists and their simps in the access media aren't handling this very well, but as for me, I think it's hilarious watching the Monkey King smash their little narrative.
Drive, monkey, drive!
Alright, me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and also, don't forget to follow me over on Twitter or X, or whatever you want to refer to it as these days. I keep a list on there of games lousy with wokeness pinned to the account at all times for your reference. My handle over there is Dr. Disaster 1. But anyhow, let's talk about how the gaming media is just plain old pissed off at how the prevailing narrative is no longer under their thumb. For full context, the primary reason that they hate Black Myth Wukong is kinda sorta because of Sweet Baby Inc. Earlier this year, before Black Myth even came out, the developer, Game Science, publicly stated that they had been essentially bribed by Sweet Baby. They claimed that Sweet Baby offered to consult on their game for $7 million, but Game Science turned it down. And then, after rejecting the offer, that is when Sweet Baby's buddies in the access media started writing smear pieces about Game Science being sexist, which you might remember came out about a year or so ago. Now, I've said this on the channel before, but it bears repeating, it doesn't even really matter if the story is true or not. What matters is that Game Science very clearly announced with this story where their allegiances lie. They are aligned against the media and the likes of Sweet Baby, and they're aligned with the massive majority of gamers. If it was just a ploy, well, it worked, because the game sold like frickin' crazy, breaking records on Steam. And clearly, it worked with the game journalists as well, because they are not very happy to see this game nominated. This screenshot has been circulating on social media showing that the access media cronies all got their marching orders that they're supposed to point out that Black Myth Wukong is the lowest rated title on Metacritic to be nominated for Game of the Year. For reference, this is the rating for Black Myth. It's an 81 of 100, but the user score is an 8.3 of 10, meaning that people really liked it. But the funny thing is that Dragon Age, the game that they really wanted to make the cut, that is only 1 point higher than Black Myth, which it's completely stupid that they would dare to rate Dragon Age higher than Wukong. If you ever wanted a concrete example of why you can't trust these doofuses, well, there you have it. Because look at how gamers feel about Dragon Age. It's at a 3.8 out of 10. There is just a massive disconnect between what players like and what journalists like. But let's read through some of these shit headlines. The outlet Indie 100 wrote, "The Game Awards nominates lowest ever rated title for Game of the Year in Wukong." Game Rant says, "Black Myth's Game of the Year nomination sticks out like a sore thumb." TheGamer.com says, "Black Myth Wukong is the Game Awards' lowest ever rated Game of the Year nominee." Polygon wrote, "Black Myth is one of the lowest rated Game of the Year nominees in Game Awards history." Comicbook.com, being the bastion of unbiased journalism, they wrote simply, "Black Myth Wukong doesn't deserve a Game Awards Game of the Year nomination." Clearly, the NPCs all got the same update. But what really annoys me about the whole situation is that Game Rant is one of the headlines on the screenshot telling everyone they don't like Wukong as a nominee, and yet they are a part of the jury that decides 90% of the vote on who actually gets the Game of the Year award. I don't like the idea of them being publicly biased like this. Don't get me wrong. I'm aware that literally everyone has biases. I'm not asking them to not have a bias, but being public like this seems extremely unprofessional given their position as a member of the jury, and it's being done because 10% of the vote is decided by regular people, and all of these media outlets are obviously trying to exert their influence to push people against this game. Now more than ever, I want Black Myth to win it. Astrobot would be cool as well. The inner chaos demon in me wants to see the Shadow of the Erd Tree win just because it will be funny. The memes would be a lot of fun, but Black Myth Wukong winning would be funnier yet because of the meltdown. That being said, 90% of the award is being decided by a group who actively despises this game. I will be shocked if Black Myth ends up winning. But I'm going to leave it there. What do you think will happen with this award? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below, and we will talk there.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.